Howard, just bring us up to date with the latest. What's been happening?
Yeah, in the last few seconds, a Thai Navy SEAL team, the elite divers from the Thai Navy, have just left with a communications cable. We saw earlier on today it being pulled out from the cave complex. Reports were that they couldn't get it through a tricky section of the cave. They're going in back again with it now, we presume. They're heading down the hill in the back of a pickup. Today there were other complications with the pumping operation down the hill. Apparently there was an issue with the electricity to one of the pumps. They have been pumping around 4 to 5 centimeters an hour out of the cave. That's how much the levels have dropped. Today they're saying it's around 1.5 centimeters an hour. Why is this important? Well, if they can drain the cave, it helps the search and rescue efforts and also helps with getting the boys out. There are still sections in the cave that we don't know how high the water table is, and we presume beyond Chamber 3, the advanced command post for these elite divers, we assume that's still flooded and won't be an area that the children will be able to pass anytime soon.
Howard, is the thinking then that they want to get these boys out sooner rather than later in case the weather gets worse?
The Thai Prime Minister said yesterday that he won't pinpoint a day when they'll take the boys out. We've also heard this week that the governor saying that they have to make sure it's 100% safe for them to do so. When they do decide to take them out, they will take them out one by one, and they'll take the strongest children out first. We're seeing at the moment a BBC weather forecast has said that the weather conditions here, which are holding at the moment, are going to be good until Sunday. Sunday night we can expect torrential rain again. That's the forecast. It might change between now and then. Of course, the sooner they can get the boys out, the better. In fact, the Thai king in the newspapers today is reported to have said that he wants the boys out as quickly as possible.
And just on that communications cable, is that to enable the families of the boys to be able to speak to their sons?
Exactly. What they're trying to do is set up this advanced command center at Chamber 3. That's where they're stockpiling all these air tanks, food, water. It's where all the operations are starting from, towards where the boys are. It's around 6 hours worth of diving and hiking through this labyrinth of caves down there before you get to the area where the boys are. And the plan was to set up this communication hub there, and so that when the boys eventually do get to that area on their way back out to the entrance, they'll be able to speak to their parents then. But as we've seen in the last 24 hours, some difficulties setting up that communications hub.
Howard, many thanks to BBC's Howard Johnson joining us live from northern Thailand.